are you doing, mister?
Oh, well.
You'll be waking up from your slumber, mister. What you be
Yes.
doing up to?
What have I been up to, you ask? You know what I've been up to? I've been trying to get rid of these motherfucking guns that you've sold to everyone in the city.
Very good, mister. And how it be going?
Shit. It's going shit.
Tell me.
I bought $10 million worth of guns, right? And I've received them. This is absolutely fine. You know, the deal was good. It was fine. I was told for weeks and months that we was there soon. It was going to be cut off. There was going to be a top 3. Those top 3 would be taken. I was told that we was getting exclusive testing access to heavy rifles. Motherfucker, 2 days later, I got Hades with heavy rifles. I got Besties with heavy rifles. I got Hydra with heavy rifles. I'm trying to sell these AK-47s and people are selling them for cheaper than I'll pay you to buy them. The fuck is going on?
You're telling me you cannot sell the guns there, mister?
I'm telling you, this market is fucked.
Have a seat there, mister.
You want me to sit down?
Have a seat there, mister. We got a lot to be talking about. Let me know when you're nice and comfortable.
I'm gonna get in the house. I'm gonna sit down. Give me a moment. I'm seated.
All right. How many of these have you been able to move there, mister?
I mean, what? We took 150 AKs off you, 50 M16s, and then you throw us in the 10 heavies. The 10 heavies we kept for ourselves. M16s, I probably managed to palm off a good 25 of those. And AKs, at this point, we're having to sell them for what we paid. I'm not even kidding. There is people selling AKs for 35. Motherfucker, is you listening? I just told you I move weapons.
What percentage? You said that you had 150, but you'll be selling them at the
We
real
probably
price.
sold 40% of what we bought.
Oh, that's not so bad there, mister. So, there be a couple things that we be clarifying. Number 1, I held to our bargain. When I said the top 3 gonna be the only ones, that was true. I'm not gonna try to screw you over there, mister, by telling you one thing and then doing another. That's not gonna be good business. That $10 million, I want to see 100 million. And it's not gonna be helping if I be fucking ya. However, a couple things be happening. You, mister, have been in the top 3. And the weapons have only been really going in the hands of the 3. But the problem that we were not told about is another plug. He trying to made his way in around the time you'll be picking these things up. Now, unfortunately, you may have been sleeping, or maybe you'll be waking up at a time I was not expecting, and so we have not been able to give you the new information.
So you telling me there is another plug and they are undercutting?
That's exactly what happened, mister. Now, my people, the other ones, they told me about this plug, and they told me about the prices they be selling at. They have been since been handled. They were selling these things, including the heavies, for like $50,000. And that's a problem. Let me lay it out like this. The person, the people, the council have been informed, and they have been punished. Because, number 1, The council should have told me they were gonna bring other people into the market so that I could plan accordingly. They did not. And then the council should have told these other people, do not sell everything for $50,000 because that screws up the market. Now, obviously this council not gonna make it good by you. However, hearing your plea, I'm gonna drop you a package of 20 heavy rifle on the house. Second, if you find anybody that be selling under these prices, you let me know, and they will have some very bad things happen to them. Because if your business gets hurt, my business gets hurt, and people be dying as a consequence. So
these plugs, these other plug, are they the reason that the AKs are being sold for less than what I pay you for AKs?
they not be producing much, I'm gonna be honest. I have a pretty good idea how much they be making, and it be peanuts, brother. However, as I'm sure you understand, even if let's say they be making 100 of them, and they be advertising at a lower cost, the people on the street gonna be like, oh, Mr. SK, the heavy I can get for the 55, Mr. SK. And then what you gonna do? Because you're gonna be like, oh shit, they got it for the 55. And then it drives the entire market down. Does that make sense? Let me stop.
So
However,
are we
their
dealing with new
prices-
prices, like between with me and you?
No. There be two things there, mister. Number one, they should be selling at the prices that we set. I do not know why they were underselling. And like I said, 2 weeks ago, they were given a warning. But some of their repercussion probably still in the street. $45,000 for the AK. 55 for the attack rifle. And the heavies be going for 75. And they only been very few that been produced. So,
But the issue is if that plug. So you say there's a plug that's come in that's undercut the market. From our angle, the problem isn't even necessary. The prices is an issue, but the issue that we're facing also is the market is that there's a lot less active gangs and a lot more firearms. So everyone's got shit to the point where like.
Which is very strange there, mister. As my birdies be telling me there ain't enough on the street. So it might be that some of the circles you be hitting may be pressing up on some others. Yesterday, I received some information from two birdies, and they're saying that it's very difficult to get their hands on anything. So, I'm wondering if perhaps your market, when you be operating, may be operating at the same time as another plug. What is it that you be seeing on the street? How much have you been asking around? And you can be honest. I need this information to do the planning.
I mean, we in anyone that is in the time zone I'm around, I've spoke to. I'm talking ADMC, Chaos Legion, Hades, Raiders MC, Mayhem, anyone in the same kind of time zone. There's a store that's opened right near Grove Street, run by the besties. That shit sells mad cheap guns, way less than what we're paying. And
if they be selling for
they ain't even
very
selling
cheap,
that much.
You telling me they are selling for less than what you paid?
In some instances, yeah. Some of them are higher, some of them are lower. It fluctuates.
Brother, what you think those guns are? You think they ain't got no bodies on them?
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure. A few of them do, but I mean,
I can tell you right now, if they selling if they be selling less than you, or at the same price there, brother, then those guns no be good. They be coming with bodies on them.
But the issue is, right, they're even...
If they be
If they sell for
advertising,
what we pay for them, there's no profit.
even if I understand what you be saying, I guarantee, if they be selling those at the same price, they got bodies on them. However, I do understand that every random bozo that be going to that market being like, oh shit, this the price of the AK, not realizing there be bodies on them. And that's going to be affecting your prices because you got the fresh ones. And people may not realize the value you be bringing. This is what
I don't know, man. I'm just the gun market as it stands right now is like on a personal armory level. Our armory is we are good. Like we got guns going bad quicker than they're gonna get used, right? So we're sitting on a big stockpile of guns. In terms of sales, not many people need them right now.
I can tell you this.
And then the prices aren't the prices aren't super competitive. I mean, to be honest, if what you were saying was happened, if there was only 3 suppliers, then it would work a lot better. But it's clear that there isn't, because I'm getting hit up by people that are saying they can get me a multitude of guns, like bullpups, heavies, fucking all sorts of shit, and the prices are lower.
That should not be happening there, brother. If it is, they're gonna have a much bigger problem. Some are more dangerous than I is. And those hands that may be putting those things together, those hands no longer gonna be existent. This is what I'm going to do. How sure are you of this information that people even to this day be undercutting?
Sure, very sure. There's prices like I wasn't waking up very much. I left my people to try to sell the guns. We were trying to do 50k for Mark 1 AKs. I woke up, I was being told they were being sold for 45 and under. So in some instances 40k. We were paying 45.
And these people that be telling ya, do they have all the brain cells, or you think maybe they're just talking from their ass?
No, they're my trusted people.
Interesting. So, here's what I gotta be doing. I'm gonna be bringing this back up to the console and being sure whether or not the people have been sorted. My worry here is that maybe the plug be told, fix your people, but maybe they not fix the people. To be clear here, when you received your delivery, there was a total of 3 big delivery. Since then, production has been stopped. Minus just, I believe, another 100 guns on top. I can always also say, with confidence, that the other plug maybe be producing 10% of what we did. But it sounds to me there may be some fuckery taking place.
You said it was 3 big orders, right? Now, one was obviously us. It doesn't take a genius to work out that the second one was probably besties based on their new store opening and them selling a shit ton of guns. That third group, is it Cyprus?
Just as your name and your organization not gonna be mentioned. I cannot mention theirs. However, people have been removed and people have been added. My point there is, mister, there was maybe, there was a good number of guns that were pushed 3 weeks ago. And if the market is drying up, I think it is one of 2 things. Number 1, I think the police not getting enough of them off the street. And I think people be buying the very hot guns. Number 2, that people perhaps may not be using them as much as they were before. However, let us do this. I understand your plight. Some of it not in my control, and not in your control. The second plug was not part of our calculations, so to try to make things right, like I said, I'll give you 20 heavy rifle. We eat the cost. And number 2, keep our taps on the market. And we will figure out what we're going to do in the next week or 2.
I mean, listen, I ain't never gonna say no to some free guns.
Yeah. I am very concerned, however, like I said, and this is where you come in. I need more info. Because like I said, something sounds like there is some fuckery. I can assume it's the other plug, but still, this not making any sense. Because if that other plug producing so little, and I know there is,
the thing is,
then
without
how
all the
the price
information
be
on the
going
table,
down?
like,
Even
because
do not
I
have it all day,
know,
brother.
I know that, like, for sure, that, of another plug. And if it's not the same person you're referencing, then there's more than just 2. But obviously, I know you're not willing to give up.
No, there
Who
only be
is?
3. There only be 3. Who it be is irrelevant. Think about it like this. I have an understanding of the total inventory out there. I also have other information that lead me to my conclusions. However, it sounds to me as if the other plug may continue be underselling, even though I was told this has been sorted. Number 2, I think it's possible that others be taking the dirty guns and trying to push them as brand new guns and dumping the price, which is a problem for us.
Okay.
However, I do need to consult with the console. You have to understand, their IQ is not so good either, because they should have told me there was a second plug, instead of letting someone else be flooding the streets. So, let us reconvene in about 3 days, and I will get some answers. Until then, when are you gonna be next around? And I will be dropping you a package.
I will be around same time tomorrow. Around this time, probably way earlier than this. I'll be around from Tsunami onwards.
One other question, and I need you to be honest. How hard were you pushing these weapons in the past 2 weeks? I will not take any offense. I just need to understand how bad this problem really was.
In the first 5-6 days of those 2 weeks, pretty hard, and then fell off towards the end. I wasn't around too much, but my people were still trying to push it heavily, and they were struggling.
Interesting. Are you able to try to get a feel if you can get some new weapons through the other plug? Maybe like 5 AKs, see if they're brand new?
Yeah, I can do that.
And if they try to sell below your price, we need to get some confirmation, because there is a reality that this other plug be lying to the console and fucking the market up. And I can tell you, those people would be very upset. So,
Understood. I will see what I can find out.
you take care now. I'll be contacting you when the weapons be ready. Take care.
Goodbye.
What the fuck? Hold on a second. How in the fucking world? So, I think one of 2 things is either happening. Either, I think either, yeah, but that doesn't make any sense. Something's not adding up. Because, how many guns did they get? They only got like 200. 200 isn't a lot. But the thing is, the amount of guns that are going out there is not that much to begin with. I think it's one of two things. I think either one of two things is happening. I think number one, I think the most realistic thing is either the hot gun market is really ripping the price of guns, right? Or alternatively, I don't know if they were given the updated prices. Which means that it's possible that indirectly people got screwed by the facelift. I don't really know. I mean, either way, it's whatever, right? But that's going to be a really bad look if the second one is true. Well, I mean, here's the thing. I'm not going to let Manor get fucked. If it turns out that this actually is the case, then we'll just produce Manor a bunch of extra guns to, like, make up the difference. You know what I mean? Listen, you got to remember, Nino doesn't need money. We could literally just go pump him, like, another, like, 50 guns and be like, here you go for free. The only reason... So keep in mind, right? Nino and his people don't care about money, right? Money, the only point of the money to Nino and his people is to keep the market going. So if it turns out, and so those prices are not set by us, they're kind of set by us, but the point of the prices is to maintain scarcity. So not everyone and their mother has heavy rifles. But if it turns out that one of these people got screwed because they're still, even to this point, being sold underpriced, then Manor, for example, is probably going to end up, like, that's why I'm giving him 20 heavies, because that at least resolved for a little bit. But even if it was till now, then we're just going to go print him a bunch of other shit. Yeah, we'll just go dump them. Like, brother, we're sitting on 500,000 mats. We'll just, you know, give them another, like, 50 guns or something to sort of, like, try to make up the difference. No, it's not, because we get the updated prices are supposed to be tomorrow, so I don't really understand what's going on. We'll have to have another conversation with Blue Man. I mean, this kind of goes back to, you understand where Nino's frustration with the gun market's coming from, right? Because the thing is, it's like, yeah, this shit might be cooked. Yeah, because the thing too is with the Manor, too is, the thing is, like, if the market gets destabilized, then the other plugs really just become vending machines because they can't project what they want to do, right? 3 different gangs got heavies. I mean, the heavies aren't a big deal. That's He might think the heavies are a big deal. The heavies are a very small piece of the pie. Hmm. Interesting. I need to ask. We need to ask Flippy. Flippy's got usually the most accurate information. Well, like I said, Nino's not going to create a situation that's going to end up screwing the people that are working hard on this. Very shocking. How the fuck is it? Okay. God fucking damn it. Let me call Flippy. Let's call Flippy right now, actually. I think that's what we do. I think we should give a care package to a bunch of folks.
Why the fuck do you have to do that? Hell yeah.
Yeah, this might be cooked. The problem is that a price reset would be very difficult. Yeah, there's a price hike coming up. What if I team up with Edgar? Yeah, price reset would take months. Where Silva, I'm not. Faceless set the prices 3 weeks ago. We're selling at the correct price. Yeah. So the problem is, like, if they're being sold under value, what that means is every other plug ends up losing money. Yeah, we're going to find out. So I'm going to call Flippy right now. Well, you got to, like I said, that's why I think the resolution here is fix the price and we go dump a bunch of guns into people's hands.
If I were tracked out,
There's only one other plug. There's no
I
way.
sure hope you learned your lesson.
Yeah.
You're telling me.
How you doing, mister?
Yo, what's going on, gangster?
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
The prices for the things, do you see them being sold for undervalue?
Yes.
Even now?
Yeah, someone who isn't a plug, I don't think of yours, offered me shit for cheaper.
Could you tell me what those prices is?
Well, actually, I'm pretty sure they're cheaper than you. The bullpup rifles. How much? What are the prices for you?
I believe they be 55.
Oh yeah. They offered them to me at 45, and then I got a bulk offer. Yeah, a bulk offer, and then I ended up buying them at 42. I think we're getting like 9 of them.
Oh my god, the people at the top so cooked.
Yeah.
Well, I guess everybody gonna be getting some free ones as a discount for their orders then. Very soon.
Oh, sick.
When was the last time this kind of order was made?
A few days ago.
Oh my god.
It was like, I don't know, like 4 days ago, probably 3 days ago.
How much closer do you want to be working together there, brother?
Closer? Hey, as close as you want me to be. You let me know, bro.
We be talking soon.
Oh.
How much for the heavies?
That I'm not sure actually.
See if you could get some updated process in the next day or so.
Okay.
Because it seems that those that think they are in control cannot control their lemmings.
Yeah, honestly, not surprising. Not surprising at all.
We be talking soon.
All right, have a good day. Bye.
Did a text just appear? Wait, what text? Oh my god.
Hey.
What's your ping number?
It is 851.